Hello students, I hope you are doing well. This is day 3 video for grade 11, chapter 1, topic set theory. In the last two video, I have given introduction about the set, the type of sets and to represent sets in different forms. In this video, we are going to learn about the operations on set. The first is union of set. Well, it is the set of all those elements which are either present in A or present in B, or we can say that it may be present in both A and B. It is represented by A, U, B. So here we are using U, the alphabet U, to represent that A union B. Mathematically, we can say that if the two sets are union sets, that A is union to B, then we can represent it as X is a variable such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. If X belongs to A union B, it means that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. Here I am using OR. This thing you need to notice. Here I am using OR. Once again I am repeating, if X belongs to A union B, then X belongs to either A or either B. If X doesn't belongs to A union B, then it means X doesn't belongs to A or X doesn't belongs to B. Let's understand this from the following example. Here, A is a set with elements 1, 2, 3 and 4. B is another set with elements 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now, if we have to find the value of A union B, which means I have to form a set which have all the elements which are present in either A or B without any repetition. So, I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 are present in A. Again, 3, 4 are present in B also, but this already I have written. So, as I said, without repetition. So, what are the rest elements present in B? They are 5 and 6. So, I'll write 5, 6. So, as you can see here that this A union B set are the set of elements which are present in both, which are present in either A or in B. So, all the elements I have written without any repetition. So, this is union. Another example I am giving you over here is that suppose A is a set of A such that X is a positive integer and B is a set of X such that X is a negative integer. Now I have to find A union B. X is a set of positive integer, B is a set of negative integer. So definitely A union B will be what? It will be a set of an integer and X is not equals to 0 because nowhere I am mentioning 0. So it will have A union B, all the elements which are present in A, that is all the positive integers, and all the elements which are present in B, that is the negative integers. So now my question for my a question for my viewers is that in which form the sets are represented. In the last video I have told you about the different form in which we can represent the set. You have to tell me which form is this, in which the set A and B is represented here. Write your answer in the comment box. Now let's move ahead. The second operation is intersection of set. It is the set of all the elements which are common to both A and B. Here I am using AND. Earlier I was using OR. So here I'll take only those elements which are common in both A and B. It is represented by A inverse U, B. This is called intersection. So this is a symbol of intersection. If you will inverse U, so this will become intersection. If you will write U, this will be a symbol of, this is a symbol of union. But if you will inverse the same symbol, that will become intersection. So mathematically, how to write it? A intersection B is equal to a set X, which is a variable over here, such that X belongs to A and X belongs to B. Can you notice and over here? Earlier what we were using? OR. And in case of intersection we are using AND. So if X belongs to A intersection B, X is some number which belongs to A intersection B, then this implies that X belongs to A and X belongs to B also. And also if X here doesn't belongs to, if X doesn't belongs to A intersection B, then we can say that either X doesn't belongs to A, X doesn't belongs to A and X doesn't belongs to B. So if it doesn't belongs to A intersection B, it means that it doesn't belongs to A and it doesn't belongs to B also. For example, here we have a set A with elements 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And we have another set with elements 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Now the value of A intersection B will be the set of elements which are present in both the set. Now start looking for only those elements which are present in set A and B both. Now here I can find 4. I'll circle that. I can find 4 also here. 6 is not present. Here I can find 8. Here also I can find 8. 10 is present here, 10 is not present here. Now the next is okay, 12. So 12 is present here, 12 is present here also. So apart from that, 16, 20, 24 not present here. So definitely only 3 elements are common in both A and B. So A intersection B is the set of element with 4, 8 and 12. Let's solve another question. That is, if there is a set A with the elements 2 and 4, open bracket, in the last video I told you about the open and close bracket, right? And this is a set B. Now A intersection B will be what? See, this means 2 is not included over here, but definitely I'll have 3 over here. That means the value here, it means that all the numbers which are greater than 2, but it must be lesser than 4, right? And here 3 is included, but 5 is not included, right? So here A intersection B will be what? 3 and 4. But 4 should be in the excluded form, because here 4 is excluded. Doesn't matter whether I am including 4 here or not, but here 4 is excluded over here. So I can write it like this as A intersection B is 3 included bracket. Why? Because here definitely after 3 will come after 2, but 3 here it is included, so I'll write 3. And in case of 4, this is excluded, but here 4 is included, but here it is excluded, so it should be excluded. So intersection means the set of elements which are common in both. So keeping that thing in mind, I can write A intersection B like this, right? So here it means that 2 and 4 are not included. If I have to write like this, what does it shows? It shows that 2 and 4 both are not included because these are the open bracket. If you have doubt in this concept, then you can refer my day 2 video. Over there I have explained it. Let's talk about the next, which is disjoint set. Now disjoint set means if two sets have no elements in common, then it is called disjoint set. No elements in common means intersection. That means that we have to find the intersection of the given sets, which means that what does it shows? I told you about this symbol in my first video. This is a null set. Null set means which have no elements, right? So A intersection B, if it is equal to null, which means no elements, then this we call disjoint set. Remember this concept. This is going to help you further in grade 12th also. This is going to help you, so remember this concept. Here we have A equals to 1 2 3 4. Suppose this is my set and set B is 5 6 7 and this is my set B. Now A intersection B, which means I have to find the set of elements which are present in A and B both. So can you find any element? No, there is no such elements. So A intersection B is null set. Therefore A and B are disjoint sets. Another one is difference of set. A very important topic. This will become more interesting when we'll solve the difference of sets using Venn diagram. So as if for now, let's study for any sets A and B, A minus B is defined as, we are subtracting B from A. So A minus B is defined as the list of elements belongs to A but not to B. Always remember, it's not necessary, it's not like that A minus B is going to be equals to B minus A. Like in case of integers, 3 minus 4 is not equals to 4 minus 3. So the similar thing we follow in case of set theory also. So A minus B means the set of elements belongs to A because we are subtracting B. So that should belongs to A but not to B. For example, mathematically we can write it as A minus B equals to set of X such that X belongs to A and X doesn't belongs to B. Therefore, we can say that if X belongs to A minus B, this means that X belongs to A and X doesn't belongs to B, right? For example, I have a set of element A 1 2 3 6 and I have another set with element 1 2 4 8. Now A minus B, first of all I'll write at place of A, I'll replace it with this one. So I have written 1 2 3 6. Then minus sign. At place of B I can replace it by this. So I'll write 1 2 4 8, right? I have written it. Now I said that A minus B means the set list of elements which belongs to A but doesn't belongs to B. Now whatever you have common, just cancel out. So 1 is present here, 1 is present here, I have cancelled it. 2 is present here, 2 is present here, I have cancelled it. Now anything common? No. Now I have here 3 6, I have here 4 8. As I am subtracting from A, as I'm doing A minus B, so I'll give priority to the elements of A, and whatever the left out elements which are present in A, I'll write those elements. So from definition you can see that 3 and 6 are the list of elements which are not present in B but are present in A. So simply what you have to do, cancel the common term, and whatever the left out elements present, whatever the left out elements are present in the first set, write those elements. That will be the value. Similarly, let me show this B minus A. At place of B, I have written first set B here and minus, and here I have written set A, right? Now the common get cancel out. As I said that I'm doing B minus A, so definitely it should be the list of the elements which are in B but not in A. That means I have to give priority to the elements which are present in B. So I'll simply write the elements which are present in B. So 4 and 8, these are the left out elements. So which are present in B, not in A. So that are 4 and 8. So this is the answer. The next is complement of set. Now let U be the universal set. Here universal set. You must have studied about universal set, right? Every set comes under universal set. So universal set, U, it is represented by U, that we are studying since grade 6th, right, about universal set. So let U be the universal set and A is a subset of U, that is universal set. Then the complement of A, which is A complement, is given by U minus A, which means that I have to, in order to find the complement of particular set, I have to subtract that set from universal set. So it is denoted by complement A. Complement is denoted as this, using this symbol. So complement A equals to U minus A. That means I am subtracting the set from universal set. I'll get the complement A. So A complement, mathematically it means that it is a set. Suppose X belongs to U, then X must not belongs to A. Why? Because we are subtracting it from U in case of complement, right? Therefore if X belongs to A dash, it means that it should not belong to A. Either it must belongs to A or it must belongs to A dash. But the same number cannot belongs to both because they are complement of each other. Just like we used to find the complement of angles, similar to that. Let's understand this concept from the example given below. That is, U is a universal set with elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And A is another set with element 2, 4, 6 and 8. I have to find complement A and also have to find complement A and again the complement. Let's see what result I'm going to get. Complement A means I have to subtract A from the universal set. So in case of subtraction, first at place of U, I'll replace it with this. So I'll write this minus A. So at place of A, I'll write this. Now what are the common elements? 2, I'll cancel out 2. 4, I'll cancel out 4. 6, I'll cancel out 6. 8, I'll cancel out 6. Now, what are the left out terms? In the first one, the left out elements are 1, 3, 5 and 7. So I'll write 1, 3, 5, 7. So the value of A complement is 1, 3, 5, 7. Once again, if I have to find A complement, the complement A complement, which means double complement, let's see what the answer is. So U minus A complement. So at place of U, I have written the universal set. At place of A dash, which is my complement A, I will write 1, 3, 5, 7. So let's cancel out the common terms. So 1, 3, 5, 7. I have cancelled out. So if I'll cancel out, then here the left out elements are 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now this is the value of A. So which means that double complement gives the same number. Double complements give the same set. Just like minus minus is plus in case of product. Similarly, if I'll do complement twice, I'll get the original set. So this is the last question for today's lesson. In the next video, we are going to solve question based on the concepts which I have discussed in this video. Till then, take care and subscribe the channel for more updates. And the links for the notes are there in the description part of the video. From there you can download the notes. Take care.